But in developing countries, what it becomes women's responsibility in Asia and Africa to provide food when the men returnees come, when the children are out of his schools or even within his schools, they have to provide food. And in this responsibility for providing food, there is also human trafficking or the entry in the sex trade. It may be voluntary, but it is not really voluntary if you see the food situation and its effect on climate change. So when we were talking of the paradigm shift, Monique talked about the paradigm shift because of the climate change and development. This is important to remember. What is the women's responsibility for the, what is the link with regard to why women become more vulnerable? These are the factors that economic globalization and privatization of the resources, particularly in the indigenous areas, that have been pointed out, whether it is Canada, it is US, or it is the India, where I come from, or it is China, that you see in all countries that in the current food and energy crisis, there have been increasing and economic globalization, in particular in the last 20 years. Privatization of access to land and forest. People have been losing lands. And gender differential effects in this there, that women who have the resource rights or almost equality-based resource rights to land as user rights to land, that is completely shifted out from their hands and have gone to the male hands. So that growing dominance of men in natural resource management. Large-scale role of women in food production. I studied a matrilineal society, and in the matrilineal society, what we saw that earlier women have the economic rights, but now gradually the economic rights, those economic rights, when it comes in terms of the cash or the liquid cash, that goes in the hands of men and they deal with the outside world. So there is a growing dominance of men in natural resource management, particularly disposal of the trees, disposal of the land, and then handling the cash, either through local banks or through in the local market. Large-scale role of women in food production, but that doesn't mean that women have been victims only. 50%, official estimates are 50% to 70% women are engaged in agricultural production. We noticed this for the first time in 1995 Beijing Conference, Beijing Platform of Action. China was the first report from the Ministry of Agriculture which talked of the feminization of agriculture. And I, who had studied China, I was myself thought that it was because of probably some kind of translation was not being correct. And that is the time I started looking at it. And what is the meaning of the feminization of agriculture? Of course, one thing is missing. It is not feminization of agriculture because they don't own land. It is the feminization of agricultural labor or agricultural work, that is more correct to say. Rapid decline of non-timber forest product, which you said that I just studied that how there has been a rapid decline because the trees have been. And in this report I have given the example of how the lac production, which is India is the largest producer in the world of lac, how in the past 5 years, because of the erratic rain, the lac production has completely stopped, and people have cut down those trees, men have cut down those trees, and women are saying that we are now the agricultural laborers who used to earn a lot of money. These are the indigenous communities. There is a weakening of the traditional institutional mechanisms. Institutional structures which decided in favor of, which decided the local governance, institutional structures. They are no longer in power. Separation of land from labor. Earlier people claimed that if they work on the land, that land was there. That was the system in the shifting cultivation or rotational crop system which was very prevalent in indigenous societies and in Africa and Asia very much. There is a lot of urbanization in Latin America. And those who work on the land, they have the claim on land. But now that claim, because of the labor, that is shifted. Now we can live in Delhi or you can live in New York and have a part of the land in Australia or somewhere else. So separation of land from labor, that has been growing with the economic globalization. But how people, how women are engaged? When I talk of all this, I am not going to present women as the victims of that kind of, they are actively engaged in dealing with the climate change. That is so they are very active economic agent and adaptation agent. They are really engaged in the adaptation. So why